Hello, you guys. It is I, Dr. Kathleen Nash with Total Transformation. Welcome to the video where today I'm going to be talking about tough love and excuses versus achievements. Stay tuned. As many of you probably know, I specialize in working with people who are struggling both with stubborn fat loss and metabolic damage. This means that people who struggle with their weight loss for various reasons going on inside the body, such as hypertension, lipid problems, cardiovascular disease, thyroid problems, sugar metabolism, and certain forms of cancer. These dysfunctional situations in the body make it very, very difficult for the body to release body fat and burn body fat if you're simply eating less and moving more. And for many of my clients, I am the last stop in a long line of failed attempts. Not because they were necessarily not trying hard, but because the body was literally giving them obstacles that was blocking their path to achieving the ultimate goal of reaching their goal weight and staying there. And so for 6.5 years, I have been helping people turn that situation around and finally get their body where they want it to be. However, if a client of mine has been struggling with stubborn weight loss over the years, chances are they have developed a series and a pattern of obstacles automatically in place in their mind to stop them from trying as hard as they can to get to the weight loss goal. I myself have also struggled with that. I struggled with it since I was 8 years old, and every time that my body would give me a lackluster result, or it would slow down, or it wasn't responding at all of these reasons and validations and excuses would basically come into my life so that I could quit what I was trying to do and just accept the reality that my body was just never going to operate right. It was never going to be the right size. It was potentially going to become unhealthy and sick and shorten my life. Because of how long I've worked with people, I know this is the case for most of my private clients. There's many things that I do to try to increase your commitment both to me and to the program that I create for you. All of my private clients have to sign a weight loss commitment contract with me. During the evaluation, I tell all of my private clients that they must approach their weight loss program like it's their job. And I also send a series of emails to every single client reminding them repeatedly that their effort is going to equal their results and that excuses are only going to get in the way from them achieving the goal that they told me they wanted to achieve. As you can probably imagine, calling people out when they make excuses about why they're not following a program or why they're not getting the results that we would expect them to doesn't exactly make me a favorite person in their book. But it's necessary because all of my clients hired me to be their coach and their doctor and their mentor and to get them a result, not to be their friends. One of the very first emails that I send to you when you come on board as a private client is one that has a subject line, tough love. And this email, in about 1 in 500 clients, really inflames people. I don't know what it is about the email that gets them upset. It doesn't upset everybody. It upsets about 1 in 500 clients, but when that particular client gets upset, they get really upset, super upset, very, very hostile. So I thought, what better way for me to diffuse whatever is charged, whatever energy is charged in that email, than by actually reading it to you guys on YouTube. I personally feel that everything that I'm saying in that email can be applied not only to your weight loss goals, but to any goal that you have where you're trying to better yourself. If you want a better love life, this would apply. If you want to find a better job and get a higher paying job, this would apply. If you have a side hustle that you want to start and you kind of haven't been, this would apply. So I don't think it applies to just weight loss. I think it can apply to everything. I also want to give you guys an opportunity to see some of the stuff that I'm actually going to say to you if you decide to be a private client of mine. And if you are already a private client of mine, you might remember getting this email. I would certainly love to get some feedback in the comment section below if you find that the email is really upsetting to you or inflammatory to you, or if you think there's a better way that I can say things so that I get my point across without upsetting people, that would be awesome. But I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to my camera on my computer so that I can record the actual email. So I'll catch you in the next clip. Okay, here we are on the screen on my computer. Let's get started. So like I said, the first thing I say in the subject line is tough love from Dr. Kathleen Nash. Please read it. And then I go right into the email. Dear Kathleen, I gotta be honest, sometimes I can come off a little harsh. No, really. If you were to talk to anybody in my circle of influence, my friends, my family, definitely my staff, past relationships, and you were to ask them, do you think Kathleen is harsh? I promise you, they would say yes. If you would like evidence of how harsh I can potentially be, I will put a card up where I talk to a client about self-sabotage. And there's a part in there about 2/3 of the way through where I give her a comparison. And the first thing she says to me is, ooh, that's mean. And I don't remember exactly what my reply was, but it was something like, you're damn right it's mean. Because again, I'm your coach and your doctor, not your friend. And this is going to be one of those times. If you get easily offended, you might want to skip this email, but I really hope you don't. I'm not doing it to hurt your feelings or upset you. I'm doing it because you must know what you are up against if you want to win this weight loss game you're playing. For the duration of this program, you must adopt a no excuses attitude or you will fail. I promise. I can give you all the support in the world, all the gizmos and supplements to help get the fat off. I can tell you specifically what food to eat, but if you don't do it and you don't stay in touch with me, then you will have limited success. So please accept my tough love emails for what they are, tough love. So here's my thinking. At this point, I've indicated that I'm going to be giving you tough love right in the subject line. Any of us that have experienced tough love, and I'm sure we all have, knows that that is not a fun thing to get, right? Going to bed without dinner, tough love. Not being able to go to the prom because we got caught sneaking out the weekend before, tough love, right? Tough love doesn't feel good. The first line in the email says that I'm harsh. I'm being dead honest. I indicate in the second line of the email that this is going to be one of the times that I am going to be harsh and that I am not doing it to hurt or upset you. I'm doing it to prepare you for what is coming down the line. I also indicate that if you are somebody that gets easily offended, you might not want to read this. So in my opinion, if I give 4 different trigger warnings, tough love is in the subject line. The first line says that I can be a harsh individual. The second thing says that I'm probably going to be harsh in this email. Then I say if you get easily offended, you might want to skip reading it. And then you continue reading it and you get triggered. That's on you, okay? I'm doing what I've got to do to try to help you get past the mental crap in your head. But I warn you that it's probably going to hurt. If you continue to read and you get hurt, I don't know what to tell you about that. This is one of the things that I'm struggling with. Let's keep going. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. I used to collect refund excuses. It was a hobby of mine. Now, normal people collect stamps or baseball cards or comic books or whatever, but I collected refund excuses. I just find them so amusing. In fact, here are 3 of my favorites. So here's where that harsh part automatically comes out, right? I find excuses or I find refund excuses so amusing. No, I don't. That's tongue in cheek. My life is too busy to ... Insert issue here. Everybody's life is busy. You have to put yourself first. If you don't, you'll be finding time for doctor visits and hospital stays instead. And unfortunately, not only is this harsh, but it's a harsh reality. Looking at this picture here, anybody that has a BMI of 30 or higher has an 80% chance of having metabolic dysfunction. That means that their body is on the fast track to cardiovascular disease or sugar metabolism problems. In a nutshell, that means that they're on their way to heart attack, stroke, type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's, dementia, and up to 12 forms of cancer. 80% chance if your BMI is 30 or higher. I know it doesn't sound good to hear me say that if you don't make time now, you'll be forced to make time later for something that's much darker. But unfortunately, facts don't care about our feelings. It's not working. Look, your body is a machine and it has no choice but to respond. In the large majority of cases my clients say this, there's one of three things going on. And this is 100% true. Your body is a biological machine. Treat it a certain way and it's going to respond the exact same way. If you cut it deep enough, it will always bleed. If you hit it hard enough, you will get a bruise. If you really hit it hard enough, you will break a bone. The body is a machine. If you treat it a certain way, if you overeat it and you overeat with junky dumpster fire type food, you will cause fire in the body and that will cause disease. If you treat your body like the high performance engine that it is and you raise the quality of the food and the level of nutrition, then your body will be able to heal itself. It doesn't indiscriminately decide whether or not it's going to take food and do body fat storage or muscle storage. The body's a machine. It responds to certain stimuli, chemical reactions, hormonal reactions, calorie reactions, energy reactions, physical stimulus like exercise. And if you treat it a certain way, it will respond a certain way. 1, they have a condition we didn't know about, usually cancer. During your evaluation with everything and all the information that I collect from you, I can pretty much see all of the metabolic dysfunction that's occurring inside your body. I can see if you're suffering from cardiovascular disease, thyroid conditions, sugar metabolism conditions. I can see if your body's suffering from inflammation. But the one thing that I cannot see very well, if at all, is cancer. And cancer will make the body behave erratically under these conditions. 2, they are non-compliant, meaning they just aren't eating the food plan the way I designed it for them. And honestly, I think this is one of the statements that upsets or inflames people when they read it, mainly because they're getting this email before they get far into their program. But that's because I want to cut that deviant behavior off at the past. You see, in a lot of traditional style programs, whether it's a program you make for yourself or whether it's a customized program or a commercial program, a lot of the marketing revolves around eat what you want and still lose weight. And this programs us to believe that if I have dumpster fire food, but I just have a little bit of it, it will be okay. If your body is struggling with metabolic damage or dysfunction, even a little bit of dumpster fire food is not okay. It causes a series of chemical and hormonal reactions that will literally stop your weight loss cold. It is for this reason that we warn people about that when they first come into my office. We send them videos and educational materials about that when they come into my office. We literally have people sign certain parts of the materials they take home so that they understand that eating differently from the way I've prescribed for them and what I've detailed for them will yield less than desirable results, ultimately getting them further away from their goal and not closer to it. And I think hearing right out of the gate that I'm predicting that they're going to potentially eat off plan is upsetting. That might be one of the upsetting ones. Let me know down below if you think the same or if you think I'm off track. Or 3, they aren't giving their body enough time to heal. Holy cow, is this definitely one that my clients do. And I think it's something that all of us do. You know, we live in a world where everything's instant, everything's right now. We can fly across the country in 3 hours. We can have a fully cooked meal in 90 seconds. And we want that body to respond overnight. But if you think about your body like a cruise ship, like one of these big cruise liner ships going full steam in a direction and you'd have to turn it around, it's going to take time to slow down the direction the cruise ship is going. It's going to take time to turn it around and get it to do a 180. And then it's going to take time for it to start moving again, build up speed, and get full steam going in the right direction. Lack of patience is definitely one that upsets people. We always want to see a pound a day or losing 2 pounds a day or whatever. The body is not always going to respond that way. And in most cases, it's not going to respond that way. With most of my clients, I can potentially get 3 to 7 pounds a week with them. I can accelerate the progress. And honestly, you guys, 3 to 7 pounds a week is a lot. That is a lot. And for some of you, even that is not healthy. Pound a day for the rest of your life till you get to goal is unrealistic and not healthy. And your body, as you get smaller and have less body fat to burn, is going to require more and more effort simply because there's less of that material on it. But we all want the same result throughout the program that we get in week 1 or for the first few days. And unfortunately, that doesn't happen. And when it doesn't happen as quickly as we would like it to, then the reasoning and the excuses for falling off and not doing what we need to do to get the body well start falling in. I realized I don't want to do this. Isn't that like signing up for a gym to get in shape, then after using all the equipment, showers, lockers, and personal training advice, deciding you want liposuction and demanding a refund? This one I think is upsetting for people as well, right? They decide they want to change their life. They decide they want to lose weight. They're super motivated. They hear everything that's going on with them in the evaluation. And then they start doing the program and obstacles start getting in the way, or they think it's not the right time. This came up or that came up. And you know what? I don't want to do this. Well, but unfortunately, we've spent a great deal of time designing a program, creating a program, building it for you. Then we teach it to you. Then we're giving you all the supplementation that you opened. We can't take that back. And you've been given all the information on how to do it. And I can't get that information back. So a lot of times when I talk to my brand new clients or people that are applying to become a private client with me, I underscore repeatedly in the evaluation that you have to treat it like your job, that there's going to be days that it sucks, the program sucks, I suck, you don't like anything about it. I need you to keep moving forward. Is that something you're ready to do? I will also say in the evaluation, on a scale from 1 to 10, where 10 is if I told you to go outside and eat dirt right now, that it would make that weight loss, or it would make that weight and that problem go away, what number are you? I'm constantly checking you guys, if you're my private clients, and if you're not my private clients, I am constantly checking off, are you committed to seeing this through? Because changing the body, no matter what tool you're given, a diet program, an exercise programs, a program you design yourself, surgery, is still just a tool. And to move halfway through it or a third of the way through it and then kind of back out and decide, I don't want to do it, is kind of like going on a roller coaster. And when they bring you up all the way to the very, very top of the first drop, you decide you want to get off. In a lot of cases, it's too late. When you're working with a surgeon, it's too late. And if you're working with a physician who's building customized programs that you've already been exposed to, it's too late. You made the jump. You were repeatedly asked if you wanted to make the jump, and you repeatedly said yes. You've signed contract after commitment after paperwork policy. We're moving forward. Like I said, I find these excuses kind of amusing, but also kind of useful too. How? Because it shows me the mindset of some of my clients. It shows me who is really ready to change the things in their life that is making them sick and fat, and who thinks just purchasing a program equals instant success. And that is a clear distinction that has to be made. Simply purchasing a weight loss program, whether it's mine or any other, simply purchasing a supplement, simply purchasing a course on how to flip real estate, simply purchasing a course on how to get rid of your job and become a stay-at-home millionaire is not enough to get you the goal of from what you purchased. It is step one. If you decide that you're going to do weight loss surgery, simply paying the medical bill after the surgery is done is not enough. It requires a change of mindset, a change of habits, a commitment to change to get you the result that you purchased, that you said you wanted to do. The second one is what I call stinking thinking, and I don't want to encourage that. If you don't have what it takes to move forward and take action, and you'd rather sit on the sidelines and get lackluster results, then this email might repulse you. But if you get it, and you get the point I'm making, then you will understand why I'm sending you this. Here I'm warning you again, and that's probably a harsh line too. So this might be another area where the line is harsh, because I'm saying if you just want to sit on the sidelines and get lackluster results, then this email might not be for you. I'm literally calling you out. Why? Because these days we live in a society where bad behavior is so encouraged or not called out that we're letting people literally eat themselves into the grave. Into the grave. By putting a blind eye to these issues and not doing something about them. 80% of our country is now overweight. Over 30% are obese or higher. Type 2 diabetes is at an all-time high. Alzheimer's disease is at an all-time high. We are not doing ourselves a favor by not calling out bad habits or excuses and encouraging people to grab hold of those excuses and turn them into something else. Turn them into an obstacle that you find a workaround, that you can create an achievement, because the obstacle is always going to be there. Your job to get yourself well is to learn how to work around the obstacle and make your goal happen. That is my utmost dream for you, for my private clients, for anybody that decides that they want to get their body healthy and well. That's my goal for you, is to achieve it. And you can only do that by letting go of an excuse and turning it into a workaround that gets you the achievement. I don't give guarantees and I don't make excuses, and neither should you. There's no guarantees in life. There's no guarantees in life. There's no refund in life. Don't make excuses. Don't give up on yourself. When it becomes hard, double down. Don't give up, double down. Find a workaround. Find a way to get it to happen. Tell yourself it's only for 30 days or it's only a short amount of time. Remind yourself of all the positive things you're going to get by sticking with it. Pat yourself on the back when you overcome an obstacle, but don't make excuses. And don't expect guarantees in life, or you are going to be disappointed a lot. If you're in, and that will empower you to take action. When you do this, you're going to succeed. When you don't take action, or if you approach this program half-assed, you're just going to spin your wheels and most likely fail. And I'm saying that because I speak from experience. I speak from almost 30 years of experience. From the time I was 8 years old until I was 35, 36 years old, I would give myself the excuse. I would put in the lackluster effort. I would try for a few days and I would give up. I would be good during the week and then I would stop on the weekends. I would allow the slightest invitation from friends or family members or workmates or whatever to knock me off my plan. And this ended up in 30 years of being overweight, not loving myself, not liking where I was, feeling like a failure when what I was trying to do wouldn't work. You don't have to feel that way, but it just means that you have to commit, and whatever goal you're going for, whether it's weight loss or feeling better or weight gain or building a new life or fixing your marriage, you gotta be all in and not take the excuse. My intention is to help you lower or get off your medications, fix your busted metabolism, lose the body fat, and learn how to keep it off forever. But that means you have to work the program. Just buying it is not enough. Make sure you read my emails. Make sure you look at the education list emails I send you. Then do the education. This is another situation that's very frustrating for me. Pretty much on a daily basis, all my private clients get emails sent to them with education, information. Sometimes it's fun, like funny stuff or whatever, feedback on their food logs as they progress through the plan. And routinely, the education emails where I say, watch this video, listen to this podcast, get informed about what's really driven the weight problem so that you can fix it permanently. These emails go opened but not watched, because my email software lets me see if you're watching what I send you or not. And a large majority of my private clients, don't take advantage of all of that information. They don't become informed about how the body really got the body fat in the first place. So how could they possibly expect to keep it off long term? For any length of time that you decide to do a program, whether it's mine or somebody else's, you must be focused. You must pay attention, and you must learn. You must unlearn the old material because it hasn't gotten you anywhere, and you must learn something new. And that means you need to be an active participant. You need to see how your body's responding and make the appropriate adjustments. I help you with that in my program, but if you're doing a program with like a personal trainer or a coach or someone else, then you need to go to them for their feedback. If you're doing it on your own, find ways that you can watch how your body's responding and figure out ahead of time what you can do to speed it up if it slows down. What can you do to slow it down if it's going too fast? Knowing what caused your weight gain will help you keep it off, I promise. In the meantime, stay in contact with me and do your program exactly as I designed it for you to get the best results possible. Here's what one of my clients had to say recently. Dr. Nash, I honestly can't believe how this has changed my life. I'm back in a size 6, I no longer have fibromyalgia, and the hunger and cravings that used to sabotage me are totally gone. I tell absolutely everyone about you and your program. You make the decision that is going to make you succeed. I can't make it for you. And then I purposely end it on a positive note, showing them what can be achieved if you apply yourself, you don't give yourself any excuses, and you turn every obstacle into an achievement. The person that I was talking about was Catherine Gillette, CJ Gillette. She went from a size 14 to a size 6 in 30 days. Finished my program, moved on to a size 4, and has maintained that size ever since. This is what is possible when you take an excuse, turn it into an obstacle, and find a workaround that obstacle to get the achievement. I promise you, when you overcome an obstacle and you achieve something, that is much more rewarding, much more positive, and is only going to fuel your progress and make you that much more committed towards getting to your goal. But don't take my word for it. Listen to one of my mentors.
When it is getting tough, it's not supposed to be easy. It's not supposed to be anything but that. You are always in the right position. You're always in the perfect spot. Whether you're sick, whether you're injured, whether you are building a business and it crashes, whatever it is, you're in the perfect spot. I've learned so much over the years and gained so much knowledge and experience from all the failures and from all the mistakes. And if it weren't for all that I've done and my food's done, I wouldn't be anywhere where I am today.
I didn't jump in the pool, man. We just did 45 minutes of Stairmaster once again, and all I want to say is that, like, I feel that this fat loss process has gotten easier. Of course, like with all the work and everything, it's harder to balance life and stuff, but specifically fat loss, eating in a caloric deficit, implementing my cardio, using that as a tool, focusing on my workouts, that has become almost just like automatic. And I think that you'll have people that say, oh, well, yeah, this is your job, fitness guy. Yeah, shut up, man. Anyone can make whatever they want a priority. And even if you have other obligations and other things you have to attend to, people you have to attend to, jobs you have to do, even if you're not happy doing them, if you need to get those bills paid, it's like, then make some damn time. You're gonna have to do stuff you don't like and don't enjoy throughout your day, throughout your week and year, but in the time that you do have, I don't care who you are, you have some time during the day that you're not utilizing to work towards your goals. Whether it's searching through Instagram, whether it's going out and watching every new movie every weekend, or if it's going over here to the bars and spending your hard-earned money on drinks and you're buying some shots for your friends, and you can always cut stuff out to put stuff in, if that makes sense. And to me, I almost like can't understand when people complain and feel unmotivated and drop out and just quit trying to lose their weight. Because you know what, man? It's like, I can't relate. If you want to do it, then make it a damn priority and just get it done. If you need to do cardio 3 times a week, then just do it. If you need to do it every day, like I'm doing right now, then just get on the damn stairs and don't stop until you hit your time. Why is it so hard? It's literally that stupid simple. And the same goes with anything, man. It's just like, if you take the lessons that gym, and the reason I love the gym is you take your cardio, you take your lifting, you take your progressive overload, and you take hitting failure, you take all these things, your nutrition, so much stuff has to happen, right? There's so many points that have to happen in order for your body to change. And if you can have the power of controlling all those things and changing yourself, then a simple task like being good in your job and being alert and staying on top of things should be a piece of cake. So, just motivate yourself to do your stuff that you want to do, man. That's the motivational talk. It's like, it's that simple. So, get over it and just do it. People piss me off, man. And whiners, complainers. Getting shredded so quick. Yeah, I'm fucking doing 45 minutes of Stairmaster every damn day, and I'm eating a caloric deficit, and I feel like crap. I'm lifting every single day. Not taking the off days I should. Not having cheat meals. So I don't have time. If I had a longer diet, longer prep, yeah, I could put some more in, but right now, I'm just hitting it hard.
It is not just me that gives tough love. Tough love is something we should be giving ourselves on a daily basis to be the best we can be, to push harder towards our goal, the dream of a better body, the dream of a better life, extending my life, being there for our family. Be tough on yourself because the body is unforgiving. If you do not take care of it now and get your situation resolved, and you make excuses, then you will not get the goal you're looking for. Again, I'm Dr. Kathleen Nash with Total Transformation. Please leave some information in the comment section below about the email that I said and the advice I'm giving and what you think about it, and maybe what you do to give yourself tough love, what you do to keep yourself motivated, what you do to stay on track and meet your goals, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye-bye, butterflies.